This is so crazy. Kaiju's ability is really unexpected. Kafka and Mina end up having to die at the hands of Q Kaiju. Unexpected power makes Kafka and Mina have no other way. But surprisingly, it turns out that Kafka has another ability that no one else knows. Kafka will give his body to the Kaiju inside his body. Then with that, Kakfa managed to defeat Q Kaiju. Yo, what's up, Jengs? Finally, Chapter 110 of Kaiju number 8 has been released. After the rise of Kaiju number 9 from the ruins, we are shown a moment when Mina and Kafka, who have the same determination to exterminate the monsters together. And that's the promise of the two of them since they were children. Written on the cover, the first step for the two of them to realize the promise. Then, with great confidence, Mina and Kafka, who were already in front of Kaiju number 9, simultaneously said with serious faces that they would immediately finish off Kaiju number 9 in this place. Hearing that, the control room and several underground defense bunkers immediately looked at the monitor screen that was monitoring the battle between the two of them against Kaiju number 9. Kafka and Mina were seen compactly immediately advancing and attacking. Then, Kaiju number 9 was not just silent. He immediately shot 2 attacks simultaneously right at the two of them. But fortunately, Kafka managed to avoid the attack very easily by jumping forward. And not only Kafka, Mina also managed to avoid the attack from Kaiju number 9. While observing the Kaiju, we get a conversation between the two of them. We've got 2 techniques. It still doesn't know if we can drill down to its core before it learns them. We'll win. But if she manages to learn it, then you will understand the situation yourself. That's right, there is no need to explain in detail about it. It seems that Mina already understands what Kafka meant, while glancing at Kafka, Mina explained. Got it. I'll provide cover while you take care of its shield, and while I focus on that, you must exert all your strength to destroy the core inside his body in a single strike. And after that, Kafka immediately darted very quickly right towards Kaiju number 9. Seeing such a fast attack from Kafka, Kaiju number 9 gave quick reflexes and immediately parried Kafka's attack, using all his strength to create a very powerful impact. But apparently, it didn't have much effect on Kaiju number 9. And while Kafka was fighting Kaiju number 9, suddenly an explosion from a shot bullet appeared right behind Kaiju number 9, which made him shocked. And because of that, forced Kaiju number 9 to throw Kafka's body very far so that he could deflect the attack from Mina. The deadly duet that is unmatched in history finally began. Not accepting the attack given by Mina, Kaiju number 9 counterattacked and launched a huge attack right at Mina and created an explosion until the stone debris around Mina was destroyed. Mina, who received a powerful attack from the Kaiju, swiftly dodged all of his attacks. And boom! Before Kaiju number 9 was ready for another attack, suddenly Kafka was standing right next to Kaiju number 9 and condensed tremendous power using his fists. Kaiju number 9, who saw the attack, could not react quickly enough, and in the end he had to sacrifice his right arm to be able to fend off the attack from Kafka. And the blow given by Kafka was so overpowered that we made the hand coating of Kaiju number 9's body peel off. But since Kaiju number 9's core was not in his arm, his body still looked fine. Even his arm that was hit by Kafka's attack will probably regenerate soon. And after getting such a powerful blow, Kaiju number 9 condensed energy with maximum density right in his mouth and opened his mouth very wide. And he then launched an attack right at Kafka. But unfortunately, before the attack was successfully released by Kaiju number 9, a very large explosion occurred which made Kaiju number 9 fail to release the attack towards Kafka. And the effect of the explosion, the entire plane below was immediately destroyed, which forced Kaiju number 9 to keep his distance from the two of them. On the other side, Okanogi, who saw the incident, was shocked and said, "Isn't this great? That attack power from the Mina commander is truly unexpected. Plus, the accuracy is so precise that it's getting more and more terrifying by the second." The people in the control room were also shocked. All of them who saw Mina's power did not understand why Commander Mina looked different from her previous self. Even when doing extermination together with Vice Commander Hoshina, Mina's strength was not like that. Isn't it if we keep looking at it like this, it's as if Commander Mina has shown us a side of her that we never knew about at all? General Nogizaka, who saw the incident, was also shocked. The situation has changed greatly thanks to Mina's help and attacks. The moves she has shown to the opponent can also be used again if the two of them work together. The general was really confused to see it. What does this mean? Why are their movements really so synchronized when one is just a soldier and one is a commander? It is even known that Kafka recently joined the defense forces. Then we see Kaiju number 9 starting to feel fed up because he can be cornered so far. He then released another power inside his body. A power with an extraordinary density wave was formed. The people in the control room immediately reported that they received a signal that was Kaiju number 2's shockwave attack. And sure enough, a moment after that, Kaiju number 9 immediately unleashed a tremendous shockwave on the spot. But strangely, Kafka suddenly strengthened his legs and jumped very high to avoid all the shockwaves released by Kaiju number 9. Seeing Kafka's extraordinary ability made Akira shocked. Isn't this really very surprising? Kafka managed to avoid that. And it turned out that not only Kaiju number 9 could learn his moves, but it seemed that he was also getting used to the power released by the Kaiju. Kaiju number 9, on the other side, was getting annoyed with everything. He continued to launch indiscriminate attacks on the place and destroyed some of the surrounding planes. But still, Kaiju number 9's attacks never managed to bring down the Kafka. Itami, who was at the scene, then looked at Kafka and tried to analyze his abilities. Looks like that kid has indeed learned a lot thanks to his experiments when fighting against Isao Shinomiya. And moments after that, a very surprising situation occurred. When Kafka wanted to launch an attack right at the Kaiju, Kafka and Commander Itami's eyes couldn't take away their shock, as the Kaiju suddenly made an unknown movement and destroyed the entire place. Even Kafka was bounced very far away. And some people in the control room then said to everyone that it was not the attack of Kaiju number 9 or Kaiju number 2. That attack was not in the data at all. They didn't even know how many abilities the Kaiju had. But suddenly, Mina seemed to remember all the events when she was swallowed by the Q Kaiju. Mina became uneasy that this time the Q Kaiju must have used the powers of his predecessor, and realizing that, Mina immediately reported it to Kafka. Kafka, I saw so many monsters inside the Q Kaiju's body. I don't know what exactly they are, but beware. Q Kaiju is still hiding a lot of things. Kafka, who heard that, finally also understood. And after that, he then turned to darting towards the Kaiju. On the other side, Mina also did the same thing. The power of Kaiju number 2, which specializes in close combat, was used against Kafka. Meanwhile, the power of the Q Kaiju, which specializes in long-range attacks, is immediately overcome by Mina. Both of their attacks continued to be launched simultaneously right at the Q Kaiju, and the attacks were immediately released. But suddenly, Kaiju managed to slam a powerful attack right into the Kafka and managed to shoot a powerful shot right at Mina. And this made Kafka and Mina's bodies take a tremendous hit. In the monitor room, General Nogizaka said, "It seems like this is still not enough. With such great anxiety seeing the condition of Mina and Kafka, Itami felt, is there really nothing else we can do?" But suddenly Kafka's voice was heard saying, "I'm not at all shocked anymore. Q Kaiju. Back then, when I faced you together with Commander Narumi, you even managed to keep us at bay." Kafka then recalled the words of Vice Commander Hoshina, who said, "Please keep this a secret from the other members, including Commander Mina." Recalling that, Kafka said, "The boxing technique is my secret weapon that not even Mina knows about, but I still have a final secret weapon that even Vice Commander Hoshina doesn't know about." Unbeknownst to us, it turns out that all this time, Commander Narumi had also taught something to Kafka. This is a completely secret power that not even anyone but Kafka knows about. Suddenly, when Kafka was inside his body, he began to feel something very extraordinary. Kafka felt that, "I can only control it for 1 minute. I understand that you want to kill everyone. In that case, I'll let you go right now. So please lend me your strength, damn it," said Kafka to the Kaiju figure inside his body. The Kaiju inside Kafka's body began to smile and took control of Kafka's body. Not long from now, it looks like in the next chapter, Kafka will be out of control. And that's the full story of Kaiju number 8, chapter 1110. And the next will be released on July 18th. And as we can see, Kafka will be fully controlled by Kaiju. And will this cause danger afterwards? What do you think, guys? By the way, one like and subscribe is like a kaiju meat, so please give me that meat. I'm iits'Nime. See you in the next episode. Bye-bye.